Hello people, it's Crimson, and today the first official trailer for Black Panther Wakanda Forever just dropped after that amazing teaser we got a couple months ago. And in the trailer we get one shot of Shuri, the new Black Panther, and they don't officially say it's Shuri in the trailer, but you can very clearly tell. She's even the main character on the very front on the poster, and it's pretty much confirmed that Shuri is the new Black Panther. And that's a great choice, and it was the main choice of the fandom since August 2020 when Chadwick Boseman sadly passed away. And I don't really have that much of a problem with it, although I feel like she's not the best choice. And there have been many theories over the past couple years now of who can take on the mantle. Some people have said Killmonger, which is very stupid. I never really understood that one. I mean, they literally spent the whole third act of the first movie trying to take the Black Panther suit away from him and take him off the throne. I don't know why they would, or even how they would somehow revive him and then give him back the Black Panther suit and have him sit on their throne. I don't get that. Some people, I don't feel like use their brains, but you know, people thought that for some reason. Anyway, M'Baku was also a choice, and I feel like that makes sense. I think we pretty much know that he was the leader of Wakanda during the 5-year blip between Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, because we do know that T'Challa and Shuri were both dusted. And maybe not, maybe it was T'Challa's mom. I guess it probably was, but either way, M'Baku was probably the main warrior of the whole country back then for those 5 years. Since, you know, there's a Black Panther, but then there's also a king. They aren't always the same thing. When T'Challa's father was still king, he was already being the Black Panther and had his own suit in Captain America Civil War and everything. So the Black Panther is meant to be the king, but there's also a Black Panther warrior, when you're still the prince or whatever. So M'Baku is probably, maybe he wasn't Black Panther, maybe he was still the white gorilla, but either way he was the main warrior. So it would have made kind of a good amount of sense for him to be the Black Panther as well. But that's not even my choice. I don't feel like it should have been Killmonger, M'Baku, or Shuri. I feel like out of the three, Shuri's probably the best choice, but there's a fourth option. I feel like Nakia would actually be the best choice for the next Black Panther. Now, Nakia in the very first movie was the love interest for T'Challa, and in the comics, T'Challa is actually with Storm, who's an X-Men character. And back in 2018, when the first Black Panther movie came out, Disney did not yet have the rights to put X-Men characters in their movies. They didn't acquire 21st Century Fox until a year later in 2019. So Nakia kind of was in that movie in place of Storm to be the love interest. And she was a great character in that movie. She had really great morals that honestly kind of rivaled T'Challa's. There were a lot of scenes in the movie where she gives good pep talks to T'Challa and talks him out of a negative attitude and stuff, and kind of teaches him to be a good king.
What kind of man does that?
No man is perfect. Not even your father.
It was.
Hey. Look at me. You can't let your father's mistakes define who you are. You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be.
And at the end of the movie, when he announces Wakanda's secret wealth to the rest of the country, that was her decision. That was her choice. She convinced him. She convinced T'Challa to go out and do that.
What would you have Wakanda do about it?
Share what we have. We could provide aid and access to technology and refuge to those who need it. Other countries do it. We could do it better.
We are not like these other countries, Nakia. If the world found out what we truly are, what we possess, we could lose our way of life.
Wakanda is strong enough to help others and protect ourselves at the same time.
The whole ending was because of her. She was a great character, an amazing protagonist, and a great person.
I found my calling out there. I've seen too many in need just to turn a blind eye. I can't be happy here knowing that there's people out there who have nothing.
She would be a great choice. They even kind of teased her possibility. I mean, it wasn't really a teasing, but they did it whether or not they realized it. They kind of teased the possibility of her even being a great queen in one of the scenes in the movie.
If you were not so stubborn, you would make a great queen.
I would make a great queen because I am so stubborn.
Whereas for Shuri, she didn't really seem to care about being the Black Panther.
Is there any member of a royal blood who wishes to challenge for the throne?
This corset is really uncomfortable. So could we all just wrap it up and go home? Hey, Shmata!
So yeah, I mean, both would be good choices, I guess. Like, maybe that scene where Shuri makes fun of the idea of challenging her brother could then, like, turn into this arc of actually ending up being the next Black Panther after her brother. But, I mean, it doesn't really seem like it makes sense. And she's already a great scientist and an inventor for Wakanda. She already does a lot, and she's not a fighter. She doesn't know how to fight. I mean, maybe, I guess, a little bit, but that's only because she's using her technology. She's a great scientist, but not really meant to be on the battlefield. Whereas Nakia, she's a great fighter. She has a lot of fight scenes in the first movie, and in the comics, she's actually an ex-member of the Dora Milaje. I don't think they said that in the movie, but in the comics she is, and maybe they could say that she was in the movie. In the movie, she's like a member of like the War Dogs or something. But either way, she knows how to fight, and she even wears a Dora Milaje outfit in the final battle. And she definitely is a better fighter than Shuri. And I guess in the Wakanda Forever movie, they're gonna have Shuri have this training that goes on to teach her how to fight so she can become the Black Panther. But if it was Nakia, she wouldn't really have to train as much. So I feel like she's a better fit. She's a very independent character and does a lot of things in the movies that is just has great morals, and she does a lot of great things.
Thank you. You saved me. You saved my family. Our nation.
There's nothing to thank me for.
And shows many very heroic traits.
It was my duty to fight for what I love.
Shuri is kind of a little young and an annoying little sister at times to T'Challa.
Did he freeze?
Like an antelope in headlights.
Are you finished?
She's a great character too and everything, but she doesn't seem as mature or anything.
Shuri!
Sorry, mother.
She doesn't seem like she would be the best fit for the role of being the Black Panther. At least not yet. I obviously think she would be a great fit like years from now, but obviously we weren't expecting to have to replace T'Challa in the MCU as soon as we are having to. So maybe like for now, Nakia can be the Black Panther, and years from now, then Shuri can become the Black Panther. I do think Shuri has to become the Black Panther at one point. I would never want her to never become the Black Panther. I just don't know about doing it now, unless she's gone through a lot of growing up since Endgame, I guess, and she probably has, and she's grown up a lot and become more mature, and not how she really was in that first movie. But I haven't really seen enough of it yet, and maybe in the movie my mind will be changed and she'll be way more grown up than I expect. But the fact that she's related to T'Challa is the real reason why she was picked right now. But if T'Challa was gonna end up marrying Nakia, or maybe he even did in between Endgame and this movie before he passed, then Nakia would have also been part of the royal family in Wakanda. So really, they're both royalty, so both of them could be the next Black Panther. And now that her boyfriend or husband, or maybe they weren't even completely together after Avengers Endgame or whatever, but I mean, they kissed at the end of the first movie, so it was implied that they were then together. But whatever it is with their relationship, either way, her main purpose in the first movie was just to be the love interest of T'Challa. She was a great character in many other ways, but either way, that was her main purpose. And now that T'Challa is dead, she doesn't have as much of a purpose. She kind of... I mean, she has, like, all her morals and her mission that she was having in that first movie, which is to help other countries and everything. You know, a very heroic trait, I'd say. But besides that, she kind of could be looking for a new character arc. Yeah, a character arc like becoming the next Black Panther or something. So, I don't know. I feel like she would be a great character for the mantle. Although, it seems like they're not going with that. They're going more with how the comics do it, where Shuri becomes the Black Panther. And I guess that means that they would also go with the comic storyline for Nakia, which is actually that she becomes a villain named Malice. And that's, I guess, what they're doing. And I mean, I don't know. She doesn't really seem like a villain to me in the first movie, but I guess she could be. Especially since this movie is probably about how helping other countries went wrong, and now Namor is attacking them and everything. Maybe even Doctor Doom. We don't really know how that movie's gonna go yet. There's some Easter eggs or theories of his appearance in this movie, but whatever it is, I guess they're going with her being a villain, and she's probably gonna not like how helping other countries didn't work and her whole plan going sideways. Maybe that'll make her be a villain, I don't really know, but either way, Shuri's the next Black Panther, and that's a great choice and everything, but I just wanted to get my opinion out there about how this could have gone in a different way, because I see so many theories. I go in Instagram comment sections on, like, the old trailer and the YouTube comment section and everything. I see a bunch of people saying that M'Baku should have been the choice, or Killmonger, and I see nobody saying that Nakia could have been a good choice for Black Panther, and I just want to get that opinion out there. I've never once heard another human being in my life even bring up the possibility of Nakia as the next Black Panther. I just wanted to get that opinion out there, since today, I guess, was the day we found out that it was never going to happen, so I wanted at least somewhere on the internet for there to be a video where somebody was saying Nakia before it's over now. So anyway, the movie looks great. I'm gonna love the movie no matter what. I'm willing to bet that Shuri will end up being a better choice in the movie. I haven't seen it yet, so maybe they did something great that makes me change my mind. But either way, until I see it next month, I might kind of be a little iffy about Shuri rather than Nakia. Either way, if you like this video, this opinion, or whatever, this is the first video ever on this channel, Crimson Talks. I just launched it. Like and subscribe, maybe. If you like this video, you like 100% of my videos. So maybe like, maybe subscribe, maybe do things in the notification bell. I don't know. Check out my other channels if you haven't heard of them already. I don't know. Please like and subscribe. I could really use it. I just started. I have 0 subscribers, obviously, right now. So, yeah. That's it for this video. Goodbye.